Dimensius the All-Devouring is no more. We survived the battle with the Void Lord, although not all of our allies were as fortunate. Locust Walker was destroyed as Xalatath seized control of the Dark Heart after Dimensius' defeat. We recovered an unusual crystal, singing a radiant song in the chamber, and then delivered it to Venari. After we brought the Fated Crystal here to Venari, aka the founder of the Trust, she revealed that it is the last essence of Karesh, and she asked us to take the shard to Ecodome El Dani to preserve the World Soul and the last hope of stabilizing the untamed wilds of Karesh. Unfortunately, Soul Scribe and the Wastelanders have seized the Ecodome, and therefore we're going to need to clear them out before we can lay Karesh's soul safely inside. And that brings us to our final episode, covering patch 11.2 in World of Warcraft, The War Within. This has been an awesome ride. This has been an absolutely fantastic patch in terms of story, and it obviously really sets things up for the next expansion, Midnight. So today's episode means we're going to be going through the last bit of content that was added in this patch, and that is the dungeon. I talked about this on the last episode, but patch 11.2 really does things a little bit out of order. Normally a dungeon would come before a raid, but not in this case. In this instance, the raid came first, and now it's time for us to go do the dungeon. So, what we're going to do is queue up for a follower dungeon. I find going through a follower dungeon for your very first time through is an awesome way to actually slow down, figure out what you're doing, and most importantly for this series, actually pay attention to the story. So we will find a group for Ecodome El Dani right here. And there we have it. Let's enter the dungeon. Let's get ready to stop Soul Scribe and her Wastelanders. Don't forget to buff up. Alright, so this is our squad of companions. We have Austin Huxwith. We have Krenna Earth Daughter. We have Captain Garrick and Meredy Huntswell, plus me. So it's like a nice little group together. And now we can head on out. So this is the Ecodome. As you can see, it's right on the edge of one of the continents. And therefore, you can see the cool expanses of space back there, but we're gonna head right inside. Yeah, unfortunately, I already knew that.
Down our defenses, and her wastelanders are destroying the domes. They must be stopped.
Noted. Don't you worry,
With our
Venari.
defenses down, there is nothing to keep the Devourers out. My people stand no chance.
That's where I come in. Don't you worry. We're gonna clear the place out. I would love to be able to talk some sense into Soul Scribe. She was our ally for a very, very short time, and it was unfortunate that she's ultimately betrayed us. It doesn't seem like she actually wants to. She takes her oaths to the former king way too seriously, such that she's basically following them even though it's not what she wants to do. So presumably the end of this dungeon is going to see us having to fight Soul Scribe, but I'm really hoping that maybe after we beat a little sense into her, she may be amicable to forsaking her oaths and joining us yet again. But one thing at a time, we obviously need to clear a path through the Ecodome, because as you can see, there are monsters everywhere. We've got voracious gorgers and ravaging scavengers over on this side. And some more over here, as well as this big guy, the Ravenous Destroyer. So we'll slowly but surely make our way through the waves of monsters. There will be 3 bosses in this dungeon. We will have to fight Azakar, Tabat, and Awaj, and then of course Soul Scribe. So these are all Soul Scribe's Wastelander friends that we're gonna have to battle to get through. Unfortunately, as you can see, because the Ecodome has been breached, a bunch of void energy has seeped inside, and that of course is the reason that there's so many monsters here. Hopefully, if we can clear out Soul Scribe and the rest of her minions, we can repair the dome.
I do not have a target. Stop them at the source, so we can return our attention to Soul Scribe.
Let me see what I can do, Venari. Alright, there's 2 Ravenous Destroyers standing guard right here, so we'll get rid of them first. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We got a good squad right here. And now we actually have to go outside the dome.
Something is coming up.
Oh, it's a giant worm. Look at that. Ozakar is a giant void worm that just ate all those other void creatures. All right, this is the big baddie. Let's take him down. You guys ready?
It's calling more in.
The mites, get them. Nice. That was pretty easy. Ozakar has been defeated.
We can return to the real problem.
Sounds good. Yes, one worm down. Now, let's get back on track. So, heading back inside the ecodome here. We need to keep moving and actually find Soulscribe. That wasn't one of her minions, that was just a giant void worm. But it had to be dealt with nonetheless. Alright. Speaking of things we need to deal with, here's a bunch more. Overcharged sentinels. Other scavengers. Okay. Aha, this is our first actual sighting of a Wastelander. You can see there's a Wastelander Farstalker fighting us. It is terrible that it's come to this. Again, us and the Wastelanders were allies for a little bit, and then it all changed when the king appeared after he'd been resurrected by Dimensius and basically reformed out of void energy. He's told Soulscribe that she was still under oath to serve him, and apparently she takes her oaths very, very seriously, and that's how we ended up back on the other side and fighting the Wastelanders yet again. Alright, oh my goodness, they're literally attacking a broker over here. Stop that right now! Don't worry, we're here to help. Alright, down they go. You're safe now, terrified broker. You're good. Ooh, he gave us a disruption grenade. We can hurl it at a target, disorienting it for 4 seconds.
To target something first.
Let's give that a try. Nice. See, it pays to be a good guy. Alrighty, I gotta be honest, I don't obviously totally know where I'm going, because this is my first time in the dungeon. So, after we take down the overcharged sentinel, let's take a look at the map. So it looks to me like we need to head this way, towards Tashbot and Ajwat. Soulscribe's right and left hands. Okay. This is cool. It's cool that we're exploring an ecodome for the dungeon. It's obviously a very wide open space. Dungeons aren't always. Sometimes they feel rather cramped if you're underground or in some sort of cavern, but it is the opposite here. We're just exploring one of the ecodomes that we've spent so much time in.
Many. They seek the complete annihilation of this place.
Yeah, it looks that way, unfortunately.
Your pursuit is pointless. Salhadar lives. My oath stands. This place falls.
Well, we found Soulscribe.
Destruction for
I
the
require
traitor?
a target.
Doesn't look like we're going to be able to get to Soulscribe right now. Let's see if I take out our minions first, if anything will change. Oh, nothing?
I have no time for this. Harvard, be certain they follow no further.
Get rid of him.
Aha!
Prey escapes me.
Here we have it. Tabat, Soulscribe's right-hand man, and his mount. Wow, that's actually pretty cool looking. Too bad you're trying to kill me, so we cannot hold back.
Rend your flesh.
Binding Javelin, what does that do? Guess we probably have to get rid of it? Yeah, there we go. Nice. Alright, with her minions down, we have broken through. We must stop Soulscribe. Yep. That's where I'm headed. Alright, so Soulscribe is actually outside the dome again now. We're heading back out this side door, and presumably... Yes, Soulscribe's over here. The Soulscribe once led the oracles of Karesh, but the destruction of her world drove them into the wastelands, where they began a crusade of revenge. She has given ancient oaths to destroy the enemies of Salhadar, and all they have built. With her ancient powers rediscovered, the fate of this dome looks grim. I don't know about that. I think the fate looks a-okay with us on her trail. Alright, so we're just gonna have to blast our way past a bunch of these wastelanders who are set up here outside the dome. And make our way slowly but surely towards Soulscribe. There's an arcane siphon here. What happens if we overload this, I wonder? Kareshi Surge was granted on me. I don't know what that did. Take it, I guess. Oh, haste increased by 10% and movement speed increased by 10%. Nice. Nice little buff. Alright, we gotta be getting close. No, we actually still have a ways to go. Lots of minions around. Over here, there's a bunch of Kareshi elementals channeling their energy into God knows what, so we're gonna interrupt this right away. Alright. From here... Yeah, I guess we go up this way. Past more Wastelanders conducting various void rituals. Wastelander Pact Speaker, a bunch of elementals, and a tamed rune stalker await us right here.
I do not have a target.
Alright, they're going down rather easily, thankfully. There's a lot of them, but it's nothing me and my team can't handle. I mean, we just took down Demencia, so let's be honest. Taking down Soulscribe and her minions, this feels extra easy after facing a literal world eater. Just taking down a bunch of natives of Kareshi is not so bad.
You built
Alright.
this place on the high temple of Karesh and question my wrath.
It was the only place our plans stood a chance of success.
Okay, interesting. So that's another reason why Soulscribe is so mad.
But destruction! You have no right to this power!
Apparently
We
the
did fail,
Eco-Dome.
but destroying the dome will only hurt Karesh.
The dome is built on the high temple of Karesh, but it, according to Venari, it had to be to have any chance of success. Regardless, you can see Soulscribe's right there, getting energy channeled into her from her minions, so if we take those guys down, hopefully she'll come and actually fight us. There we go.
Enough! I will bring your works to ruin!
Soulscribe, come on! You've got to see reason.
Oath to fulfill!
We're not gonna let you fulfill that oath, Soulscribe. We're gonna stop you right here.
Your destiny's over!
We want to save Karesh just like you do. Everyone grab your fate! Whoa! That was interesting. Soulscribe is going down fast. We are decimating her.
What do your destiny's offer, my enemy? Unpunished!
Down she goes. Good job, everybody. And now...
So much wasted. All to honor an oath for a dying, treacherous king.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for sure.
there was always the greater oath to save Karesh. Everything I've done has been for Karesh.
I pity Soul Scribe. It did not have to happen this way, but I will not let anything stand in the way of my goals, not even the former High Oracle of Karesh. Go on, Venari, show her the Soul Shard.
I must protect my investment.
I will die with honor. I will die oath-bound.
Be quiet. No more posturing. Before you fought for the Nexus King, you were an Oracle of Karesh. Which oath takes precedence?
Karesh.
Here he is, fading and near extinction, but he can still be saved.
The exchange. A soul will pass through Karesh and emerge reborn, unburdened. And Karesh will be strengthened. My life for Karesh.
Petals and pollen, Karesh is reborn in you.
Well, it was a good sign to see all the animals and birds return at the very end there, and unfortunately, while we were unable to save Soul Scribe, she did see reason in the end, and she gave her very life to be
With funding
the
comes
power that
salvation.
was needed to rebuild Karesh.
My fortune for the world that was.
What transpired here will echo for years to come. The change will not happen within a day, a week, or even months. But with hope rekindled, we will get there and we will be united once again. You have saved us all, champion.
What is more valuable than home?
Look at us and see yourself, Torella. Learn from our mistakes, our trials, our errors. There is a long way ahead for my people, but I hope it will give you strength, knowing that whatever happens, there is always hope. I will come to your aid when time comes. That is our debt to you. Now go, save your Azeroth.
I have struggled for an eon. Now, my oath is fulfilled. Karesh lives once more. I'm no philosopher or oracle. Is this fragile world soul worth all that I did to bring it back? My people are still cursed with these bodies. Many of them follow the Nexus King deeper into the void. But Karesh lives. An impossible dream that you achieve. Thank you. I think there is a moment to sit and take in the view.
Sounds like a good plan to me, my friend.
Enough introspection. There is work to be done. The Trust will need to protect this new wonder. And the Harbinger is still out there. She will come for your world.
Yeah.
Rule 11. There is no rest for heroes.
Probably couldn't have put it any better myself, Venari. She's right. We may have won the day here, but obviously the worst is still to come. So there you have it, folks. That was patch 11.2. The campaign, A Knife's Edge, was really great, and as I mentioned, is obviously setting us up for our next confrontation with Xal'atath back on Azeroth. But for now, we can rest assured that Dimensius has been defeated, and Karesh has hope for its future. I want to thank you all so much for watching this series. I really hope you enjoyed our journey through patch 11.2 and enjoyed the story as much as I did. For now, Talara signing off, and hopefully I'll see you guys again sometime in the future.